What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show that you have to stay to the end and not leave early like typical Dodger fans did last night. This is Bet the Gambit. I host a show called Lunchtime with the Bookmakers Grilled with me, Frank Nicotero. I am filling in for Kenny. This is my fourth or fifth time doing it. Kenny will be back tomorrow. I am here back east in Pittsburgh. So I figured if you're out in the desert like a lot of our customers are and fans are, give you a little foliage. Seeing the leaves turn here. It's about 40 degrees. I don't know if Kenny's ever held class outside before. I know Kenny's done shows from hotel rooms, but has he ever done one outside? Can you see the foliage? We'll end the show with me giving you a little tour there here at my mom's. Anyway, Kenny will be back tomorrow at this time. So I'm filling in for my last time and having a good time. All right. A lot happened, and I got the numbers right here. I got the Glengarry leads. I got the sheets. I got the power ratings. Now, last time I did a show was on Tuesday, and I believe the power ratings came in at around 10-3 and 1. We had a huge day. We had more winners last night in the VIP and VIP Gold, which I'm going to get to. Let's start with baseball. Last night, what an amazing game. Look, Dodgers, everyone had the Dodgers at home. The line was around 188. Kenny had it around there. Everybody thought the Dodgers. No one expected this Trey Yesavage to do what he did. And it was unbelievable. Now, here's the thing. Kenny did have a pick, not in the power ratings. Power ratings were close to the sports book. He had a pick in VIP. Now, you want to know what his pick was? It was the Blue Jays over 3.5 runs. I loved it. As soon as I saw it, I jumped on it. I'm like, oh, my God, I love this. We know that Blake Snell was a little shaky in game one, coming off 10 days rest. Kenny pointed out, rust or rest, probably want them not that rested. So anyway, I thought Blake Snell would come out and pitch better. Well, he did not to the first two batters. And here's the first pitch. Thomas, roll this video. This is Davis Schneider's dad filming his son hitting a home run off the first pitch of the game in the World Series.
Oh no! No way! No way! Ah! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me!
How great is that? All right, so anyway, that's his dad. He hits a home run, his first postseason home run. Davis Schneider looks like a guy that should be your IT guy and hits a home run. So you're like, all right. And by the way, Kenny's pick was in VIP Gold. There's two levels, VIP, VIP Gold. This was a VIP Gold pick. Anyway, 3.5 runs. So after one pitch, you're like, okay, I only need 2.5 runs. 2 pitches later, Vlad Guerrero Jr. hits a home run. So all of a sudden, after 3 pitches, you got 2 runs. You're halfway to 3.5 over, which they did get in the 7th inning. So yeah, pretty easy win right there if you listen to Kenny on that. Again, the power ratings didn't show anything, but you know what did? He loved the Blue Jays over 3.5, and that was a pick he gave out. Let's see here. What else did I have? Okay, so yeah, so baseball, we got the World Series going back to Toronto. Trey Yesavage, what this kid did. You know, I've been talking all week hosting the show how he started the season in single A. He's had more major league starts in the postseason than the regular season. The guy is an absolute stud. Which one do we want to show? Let's show him carrying the beers. All right, this is one of his teammates. Shot this video of him walking.
Still carrying the beer after the performance. That's a true legend right there. Still carrying the beer.
So the guy just comes off an epic World Series performance. But look, it's rookies. Rookies got to carry the beer, and that is just so Canadian. Those guys just having beers on the bus, heading home, up 3-2. They only need to win one game at home. Dodgers are not out of this because they got Yamamoto going this weekend, Game 7. Everyone's going to be available. Okay, by the way, let's show Yesavage. Let's show this real quick, this graphic. I just want to get to how amazing he was. 2 games in Major League postseason history where a pitcher struck out 10 total batters, struck out 5 consecutive batters, struck out 50% of the batters he faced, allowed fewer than 5 base runners, and earned the win. Both were by the same 22-year-old rookie, Trey Yesavage. That's epic. If they win the World Series, just hand him the MVP. I love it. Okay. Moving on from baseball. Was there another baseball one, Thomas, or we're good? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Thomas. For the first time in Major League Baseball history, a season will start and end outside of the USA. Just one of those weird things someone found. Baseball quotes, good follow. Opening game was that series with the Dodgers, I believe, right, in Tokyo, Japan. Did they play the Padres? I can't remember. Anyway, final game will be in Toronto. So America's pastime, little Japanese and Canadian flair. All right. So you want another VIP pick last night? Look no further than this release that came in at 5:31 p.m. on my phone from Micah Roberts. This is one of our featured handicappers. We have Alex White. We have Kenny White. We got Indiana Dave, Coach Joe. Did I mention Alex? We got Greg Sidoras. And Micah Roberts loved the Detroit Pistons +2 at home. So we're going to shift to the NBA. He loved the Pistons +2 at home, underdogs at home against the Magic. Now, at 6:21, Indiana Dave joins Micah agreeing with the Pistons pick. So I'm like, okay, I got to get down on this Pistons game. Home dogs, I always love. And there you go. We gave out 3 picks on the packages last night. Okay, we got the Pistons. We had the over that Kenny gave out on the Blue Jays. Boom. Pistons win 135-116. 135-16. It's a 20-point win. 19 to be exact. So picks that we gave out last night, 3-0. And you guys can get them. All you have to do is call Dave. Pop up Dave's picture for me, Thomas. Call Dave at 702-712-4644. You call Dave right now. You want the power ratings? They're $50 a month. Power ratings, you're going to get an email in the morning. I woke up this morning. I roll over. I look at my phone. Boom. Power ratings are there. Now, you're not just getting one sport for $50. You're getting baseball. We might have 1 or 2 games left, maybe 1, maybe 2. You're getting NFL football. You're getting NCAA football. You're getting hockey. You're getting basketball. And starting next week, this is why you want to get the power ratings. NCAA basketball. There's 350 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know all 350 teams? No. Does Kenny know them all? Yes. He's been working hard on that. Books are working hard on football still, hockey, basketball. Not really paying attention to college basketball, but guess who is? Kenny. Get those power ratings for $50. But call Dave. Do you want a VIP gold package, a VIP package? He'll negotiate with you and get you that right now. I mean, look, it was the power ratings were 10-3 the other night. And right now, starting off 3-0 in the VIP and VIP Gold. What is that? 13-3-1 with a push over the last 2 days I've done this show. So you'd be over 10 games over 500. All right, Books had. Let's go to Cavs in Boston. Cavs in Boston. Books had 3.5. Kenny also had Boston as a favorite, but the total. Now here's interesting. The book opened with around 232, went up to around 234 at tip. Now Kenny's power ratings is around 229. So he's telling you with the power rating, take the under, because that's a 5-point differential. That's when you really want to look for. When you get these sheets, I'm going to show you what they look like if I haven't. Here's the NBA sheet from last night, right here. You can see I have it marked up a little bit. There it is, Boston Celtics, 232, 234. All right, Kenny had it at 229. So he's telling you, look at that under, final score, Boston 125, 105. The total's 225. Another winner. I haven't given any losers. Yes, there will be some losses, but right now the power ratings are so locked in that you must become a customer immediately. Kenny had the next game. Let's see, Atlanta Hawks versus the Brooklyn Nets. Kenny had -6.5 for the Hawks. Books had him at -8. They both had around 238. Atlanta did win by 5, 117-112. Probably laid off that game if you're a power rating subscriber, because it was only 1.5 differential. That's what I want to show you on that, right? So when you look at that game, Kenny's saying the line's 8. He has it at 6.5. Books have 238.5. He has 238.5. He's saying lay off that game. His power rating numbers are right where the books are. Let's move on to basketball. We're going back to Toronto. Rockets and Raptors. The city of Toronto doesn't get a win here. But what do you think? Do you think they'd rather have the Jays win or the Raptors? They don't give a shit. So that game, what did we have here? Okay, so the Books and Kenny had the game. Let's see. The Books had the game around Houston -3.5 on the road. Kenny, let's see. Houston, let me make sure I get this right so I don't give you out the wrong. 30.5, 5.5. Yeah. Kenny had around 3.5, 4. So, okay. So basically he's saying lay off the line, but let's look at the total. When we look at the total, 232, 233 in the Books. He had 234. So they combined for 260 points. Rockets won 139, 121. Again, an over. He was 2 points higher than the Books. So you might look at that and have a lean towards the over if you really wanted to bet on that game. You were going to watch it, or you just wanted a bunch of action, or you're looking something to tie something up on a parlay. Guess what? Hey, there's a 2-point lead there. Take the over, 260 points. All right. Kenny, you like the over a little bit. Yeah, if you played that one, there you go. All right, Kenny, let's see. Where are we at now? Let's see, Mavs, right? Mavs won by 2. Yeah, okay, let's go to the Maverick game. Excuse me, guys. Mavericks. Yeah, Mavericks were hosting the Pacers. In this game, Mavs were favored by 7.5. 228 was the over in the books. Kenny had 235. Mavs won 107, 105. So that's an under. So that one didn't work. Okay. So still today, 3-0, 4-0. We're about 4-1. 4-1. Maybe, yeah, we're 4-1. That's a loss right there. By the way, Cooper Flagg, we've been talking a lot about this kid, the number 1 pick. He's been a stud some games. He's been a dud in others. Last night, he finished with 15 points. His over-under is usually around 15.5, but he had a block that you got to see. Now, remember this guy, this white dude, Mac McClung, who keeps winning the NBA dunk competition, but he's not on an NBA team. People are like, why is he winning? Why is he even in the dunk competition? Well, last night he's signed with Indiana, so he goes in thinking he's got a clear shot for a basket. Watch what Cooper Flagg does. Go ahead, roll this clip, Thomas. Okay, so here's Mac. He thinks he's got a step. Look at that block by Cooper Flagg. His step and how quick he was to block that. Kid's good. It's exciting. All right. Kenny's, okay, let's look at 2 more games here. We had Phoenix and the Grizz. Kenny's power rating right in line with the books. 1.5, 237, 238 over. So that one we don't even look at. And then the Lakers. Okay, the Laker game. Let's see here. The Wolves were favored in this game. The T-Wolves were favored by 6, 7 points. Kenny had it down to 6. And how about that? The Lakers won on the road, again with Reeves, the stud. I think he had 16 dimes. You wouldn't have really done anything on that game since Kenny had the line the same. Looked like the Wolves should win that game, but nope. Lake Show on the road. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about NBA. There's some NBA action tonight. I can actually tell you that Kenny will have those power ratings later on today. So if you get in and you want to be a new subscriber to the power ratings, he'll have some NBA stuff for you later on. We do have an NFL game. Why don't we talk about the NFL? Football's king. Dave White always tells me football, football, football. That's all people care about. And I'm looking at, let me tell you right now, I'm looking at the point differential. Wait, I have the NFL games here. This is the sheet right here. That's the NFL. I don't want to show it too close to you. You got to pay $50. You'll get the email. By the way, it's $50 a month. You get all the sports. October, wonderful time of year. You get everything: baseball, football, basketball, hockey. Am I leaving anything out? Basketball, hockey, football. Yeah, no, that's it. Okay, so tonight we got the Ravens in another must-win. What's scary is the Ravens could end tonight at 3-5 and only be like a game and a half out of first place or something. It's ridiculous. I can't tell you what the power rating exactly is, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is the play you look at. This is when you get the sheet. It's the first game listed since it's Thursday night. Remember when I said, like, NFL, you want to look for discrepancies, 3 to 5 points. This time of year, the books are pretty locked in, right? We're halfway there. Books are pretty locked in. Kenny does have differentials that will help you win money with the power ratings. Tonight's game, I'm looking at big differentials, double-digit differentials. Right now, the line is around 7.5 and 51. Kenny sees this game completely easy to win. See how I saved myself? You got to get this game tonight. Wow, that's going to be a big differential. Now, the rest of the weekend, what I'm looking at as I look at the yellow column, I look for the point differentials, and I see a 10-point differential on a total. I see another 6-point differential. This is where you're going to make your money. Here's another one, 8.5-point differential. These are the games you want to jump on. Let's see on the total. Yeah, the totals are where I see some big differences, and even the sides. So there's a 4.1 that's huge this time of year. So, there's a 5.5. So there's a lot of money to be made in the NFL. You're going to watch the NFL. Now, listen, you're wagering the NFL. Am I right? Of course I'm right. You're going to bet at least $50. Get the power ratings. If you want to be aggressive, get VIP. Get VIP Gold. Call Dave. He's standing by. All right, that's enough about football. Let's move on to hockey. There was only one game in the NHL last night. Maple Leafs in Columbus, Ohio. One of my favorite towns to do stand-up in, Columbus, Ohio. The Funny Bone there back in the day. I won't age myself. They were selling out 8 shows a week. Wednesday night, they were turning people away. Probably my favorite comedy club was in the Continent, which was like an outdoor mall. Unbelievable. So was anyone north of the border even watching the Maple Leafs in Columbus, Ohio? No, they were watching the Blue Jays. Now, both teams came in winning 2 in a row. Kenny liked the Leafs on the road. Books had them at minus 125. Never much of a game. Final 6-3. Kenny also liked Toronto on the road. Blue Jackets won that one. So miss on hockey last night. Don't worry. More hockey coming. You know we got that. Okay, and I want to talk about, let me show you the NCAA lines. Got a lot of college football coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're still in the throes of that 49 days in a row of football consecutively. And this is where Kenny is really, really good. Now, I'm going to check my private line here. I don't think anyone's thrown out anything for, I take that back. The red hot Greg Sidoris. Greg Sidoris is another one of the handicappers on the Kenny White Sports website, which Thomas is working on updating. Our new website is going to look great. And Greg Sidoris is on fire. I think he was 3-0 on the weekend. He had 3 overs in the NFL, all hit, including the Steelers versus Green Bay, which that game, by the way, took place. Let's see here. Yeah, about right there, about 10 miles down that way. He's got to play tonight in the NFL. And this is in line. This is what's great about the power ratings. Greg looks at them too. His pick is in line with what I told you guys about on the power ratings, that there's a huge differential. Now, listen, it's a Thursday night. It's NFL. You're going to go out. You're going to have some beers. You're going to be drinking. You're setting your fantasy lineup. You're getting ready. Are you starting Tua? Is Lamar Jackson going to play? Isn't he going to play? Is Ty Huntley playing? Lamar Jackson, this guy, is he playing? He's scheduled to play, I know, but you never know with these Ravens. So listen, you're setting your fantasy football lineup, and you want to make some money, watch the game while you have some wings and beer. You need the power ratings. You get the power ratings. There is a pick from Greg Sidoris. Kenny's agreeing with this one. The point differential, got to get it. Let's see here. I'm also looking at Coach Joe. Coach Joe, who was our featured handicapper over the past couple of weeks. He is back with an NFL teaser. He always likes to give out a teaser. He's got a teaser that looks real good on the NFL schedule. I like that. And like I said, Micah Roberts and Indiana Dave both had the Pistons +2 last night. So let's see. That's the VIP club. And then, VIP Gold already. There's two picks in VIP Gold. That's a higher level than the VIP. But again, everything's negotiable with my man Dave White. You can call Dave White. Pop it up, Thomas. Dave White. There he is, 702. He's always got his finger on the button. 702-712-4644. I do jersey numbers. 712 would be Ben Roethlisberger and Terry Bradshaw, 7 and 12. 4644, that's a weird one. Use your own combination. 46, just 6-7, 4-6. Just use a 4-6 combination. 4-6 defense, then 44. Just go Hank Aaron or Reggie Jackson. Okay, this is the VIP Gold package. Can't see it. That's it. Greg Sidoris returns with an NFL play. So he has one in VIP, has one in VIP Gold. And Greg also has a Monday Night Football. He's already looking ahead to Monday Night Football. I'm telling you right now, Keith Lyle is their VIP club all winners last night. Yeah, as I was saying at the top of the show, you went 3-0. If you hit those, you had Pistons +2 twice, and Kenny had over 3.5 with the Blue Jays, which you had halfway done after 3 pitches. You could sit back and look, we've all had games where you've taken over early and you're like, it's 4-0 in the first. Right. That one you had to wait till the 7th, but they got their 4 runs. They ended up with 6? VIP, I love it that Greg's already in on Monday Night Football. And he is on fire right now. All our handicappers doing very well. Keith Lyle popping in. Thanks, Keith. Keith Lyle will be in about 40 minutes. He will be hosting Cash In with Keith. They got a cool graphic and a very cool show. Keith doing a phenomenal job. He's about 30 shows into his podcast, webcast hosting career. You would think the guy had been doing it for years. He's smooth. He's killing it. Dave White has just chimed in. This, of course, proves the fact that he's standing by. Our operators are standing by. Indiana Dave says, Indiana Dave is 9-1 in his last 10. 9-1 in his last 10, including that pick last night I told you about. He was in on the Pistons as well. These guys saw something they liked because that game was never even that game was second half. Detroit blew them out. Indiana Dave, 9-1 in his last 10. VIP Club, all winners last night. And like I said, lots of huge discrepancies. What can I leave you guys with? I mean, geez, oh man, everything's coming up roses right now at Kenny White Sports. We really appreciate you guys watching the show. And I appreciate your patience with me, guys. I've been back home here in Pittsburgh, dealing with some family stuff here. And look at this. I hadn't been back in over a year or so, and I got to see the Pennsylvania leaves, which might be some of the prettiest right there. I'm going to turn a little. This might blow out a little bit, but let's see here. Oh, no, look at that. Cars driving by. I'm in the North Hills of Pittsburgh, back home, so it's been nice. But I will be back in studio very soon, and we'll be doing Lunchtime with Bookmakers grilled without glasses. I forgot my contacts. If you leave for the airport in a hurry, I left my toiletry bag right in the bathroom. Yeah. So been wearing my glasses. It's fine. Makes me look smarter, doesn't it? Makes me look, well, you know what? I can read the power ratings a lot sharper. Again, looking at these NFL lines, big discrepancy tonight. Get in on that. Keith Lyle, I hope we did a safety check on Reno Paul. Reno Paul was a little depressed about the Dodgers, but the Lakers winning on the road helped a little bit, but he's doing okay. One last thing on these college football games. Like I said, we got 2 huge sheets on college football, and there are some huge differentials. I immediately went to the Penn State-Ohio State game, wanted to see what Kenny thought of that. Interesting take. He's got a 4 or 5 point differential on that. And I want to remind you that FCS football, formerly known as Division II, is where Kenny is king. He had a hot weekend last weekend on that. So that's the kind of stuff you'll get that no one else is even thinking about. FCS, Kennesaw State, all these weird colleges. Not weird. If you went to college, good for you. I went to college right about there. Duquesne University, 3.2 blood alcohol level. Woo. So get the power ratings, $50 a month. Call Dave. He'll hook you up with one of the packages. I'm very excited to say Kenny, after being on assignment, will be back tomorrow. Kenny, I don't know. Are you going to do an outdoor show? You're going to throw some clips in there? It's always fun. He is the boss. He's on fire. We're all hitting our stride here at Kenny White Sports. We want you to come along for the ride. We want you to win some money. We don't want your money. We want you to win the book's money. All right? I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you again for Thomas making everything work back there in Las Vegas while I'm in Pittsburgh. I'll see you soon. Stay tuned for Keith Lyle's show in a little over a half hour. I'm Frank Nicotero. See you tomorrow.